All right, so let's get right into the Savannah Guthrie interview. You know, anything from that interview, do you consider it to be defamatory, particularly her saying, not one other woman has come forward because look what happened to me when I came forward, would you? She's implying that other women were abused by Johnny Depp. Anything in her interview that's defamatory?
Well, all of it seems to be defamatory. I mean, every time she says or hints clearly enough that he engaged in misconduct, let alone beating up anybody, and including herself, it certainly is defamatory. Is it libelous? If he were to sue, I think he'd have a very, very good shot because you would start with the jury verdict in the last case, which would be admissible, maybe not for what we call the truth of it, but for the fact that she knew that a jury had already disbelieved her. She knew that a court order had been entered and saying in so many words that the jury had found that essentially she had lied. So she certainly is at risk. Indeed, in my view, Johnny Depp has, a few alternatives. Probably the wisest is not to do anything. She's not getting good publicity out of this, and I don't think he's getting bad publicity out of it in light of the jury verdict. But yes, he could bring another lawsuit, and it would start out a lot stronger than the one he already brought and won. In fact, he could do something which is pretty rare, but some judges have allowed. He might be able to get an injunction, a court order, directing her to shut up with respect to these now determined to be false charges. Because that's a prior restraint on speech, that's very hard to get. But there have been libel cases in which just that followed a libel judgment, and the person who lost still carrying signs around attacking the person who won the case. So, yeah, he could sue again. Yes, he might even seek an injunction. And in my view, at least at the moment, he's probably still better off doing none of the above. He not only survived, he prospered, I would say, as a result of the last trial. And, my reaction, if I were advising him, is that if this is all there is, he ought to let it go. Now, if she writes a book, she is writing a book, depending what the book says, he might want to go back again. And what he would be seeking then also is a large amount of punitive damages. That is to say, not only did she hurt my reputation, but by this point, surely, she knew that it was false, provably knew, because at least the jury, and if the judge upholds it, the court system has found it to be false.